My name is Trevor Smith, and let me welcome you to the Sosobone Media Marketing Network. I invariably find myself speaking to people 90% of the time in regards to their business about marketing. And while there are so many different areas of interest and importance, I think marketing is one of those areas that many of us do not pay attention to. I'm working immensely in I would say, in the Caribbean business background and looking at how some of our small businesses operate. I find myself repeating sometimes the same question and getting the same answers from some of our small business. They are keen in being self-employed. They're keen in getting and starting their own business. And so you'll find that they do elaborate research in setting up the framework for their business, in finding a location, in developing a menu or product or a menu product of items, a list of items, and there's a need for what they have in the demographic into which they sell. Where we normally seem to run into a problem is how much importance they give to marketing and advertising. And I'll tell you this, in most instances, I can pretty much point at a business that is going to fail. Not because of bad customer service, not because their product selection is not needed, but because of lack of marketing. Now, many of our business people are great at what they do. If they can cook, they'll open a restaurant and they want to be the chef. If they can drive, they'll buy a bus and they'll drive the bus. But invariably, you find that if you're going to drive the bus and you're picking up passengers, you need a conductor. If you're going to be a cook, you need waitresses and you need people at the counter, cashiers. Now, all of this is taken into consideration by 80% of our business when they set up. But the other 20%, they do something extra. They are concerned about how people are going to find their business, or they're going to expand the reach of the word of mouth that most of them depend on from the very beginning as the get-go. Everyone tells me I'm a great cook. I should open a restaurant. But that's limited to 200 people. Why do I say 200? Because the average is that if you're getting married, 200 people turn up at your wedding, and if you die, an average of 200 persons turn up at your wedding. So you can say that if you open a business and they all live within walking distance, then those people are going to turn up at different times in a cycle and support your business. Sometimes just because they need to see you, they want to see you, they want to socialize, and you benefit off that. Where we run into a problem, however, is that circle of word of mouth cannot sustain your business. And therefore, this is where marketing comes into consideration. I say you need to stop surf fishing and you need to go deep sea fishing. Or you need to cast a wider net and catch more fish. To do that, you have to set aside a marketing budget, advertising budget. It does not have to be a lot, but you have to program yourself to do that. There's no sense in you having a business that is known by the people on your street and 2 blocks over no one knows it's there, simply because you would not get a person, put them in a bikini on a corner with a sign and an arrow that points towards your business, says Jeff Burgers 1 block down, get some attention. Okay, I've always said that you can be in Atlantic Avenue in Brooklyn where 10, 15, 20,000 cars pass on a daily basis in front of each business that is there, and they will never notice your building or your business until you put a girl out there in a bikini with a sign that says burgers, pizzas, smoothies, gas, And why are they going to stop? They're going to cause some accidents because some of them are going to step on their brakes, unfortunately, and cars are going to run into their backs. But the rest of them are going to remember you. And the next time they're coming down that street, some of them are going to slow down. Because you know what they're going to say? Man, that naked girl might be up there with a sign again, and I'm gonna be looking at her and running to the back of the car in front of me. That's marketing. That's marketing. That's marketing. Now, there's always saying, that there are many ways that you can catch a rat. You need a bait. A bee, you need honey. Ant, you need sugar. You have to have something to draw and get the attention of those that you want to catch. So, let's take the turn of social media. Some of us don't have the time to spend on social media. I mean on Facebook, Twitter, Alignable, LinkedIn. That's all out there. Then you have the next step up, which is video marketing, email blast, radio and television. If you look at the guys who are successful, big business, why do you think they're all always advertising? Because they know it works. Now I'll ask this question. You went to the trouble of setting up your business, you stuck it out with fine products, you have a nice area, it's well lit, you have everything in place. And I ask this question, what is your marketing and advertising budget? Your response is, I have no money, Trevor. Really? That is when you need to advertise. That's when you need to market. When you have a bank full of money, maybe you can rest on your laurels and say that you don't have to do that. But look at the big companies out there. Look at the Glycos and the Allstates and the Coca-Colas. Those guys are always advertising. They do it because it works. Okay? It works. Radio advertising is the best means of advertising there is. It all depends on how you structure your message. People drive for miles to come to your business if you structure your message properly. Now, I cannot tell you how to structure your message. Inside of each one of us is this key, the sweet spot that makes you want to open your business. Why you think that your business will be successful. That is what you need to communicate to your customers. Superior customer service, best quality. All of those things are key. But there comes a time when you have to present yourself. You have to sell yourself to your customers. You got to find a way. If you don't know the way, get a GPS. In other words, get some help, get some guidance. Collectively, however, I will tell you this. When you put radio together with social media, an email blast, and a signage, collectively, they present you to a wider market. And if you do that, it is guaranteed to succeed. It is guaranteed to succeed. That is how it has worked for everyone ahead of you. Anyone who has succeeded will tell you that yes, they found something that worked. And your job and your responsibility to your business is to keep on searching and finding the thing that works best for your business. And having done that, repeat it, multiply it. So if you did one thing that got one customer, ask that customer why they like to come to your business. And when they tell you that, repeat that process over and over and over and over. It's like my grandfather used to say, if you have a racehorse that you take to the racetrack, and every time you bet on that horse wins, why would you switch your bet to another horse? So if you believe in your horse, if you believe in your business, find something that works and tell everyone about the thing that works. Find that testimonial and put that testimonial on radio, in email blast, on social media, and signage. Just put it out there. Get a shirt and wear it that says, Johnny says I make the best pizza. Mama says I make the best chicken soup. Listen, it's if you're going to say it by word of mouth, say it in all the other ways. Thank you for listening. You're listening to the social media platform. Tune in to watch and listen on Sosobone Radio. That's www.sosobone.com. And also, if you want to contact, my contact information is contact@sosobone.com. That's contact@sosobone. And Sosobone is spelled SOSOBONE. Contact@sosobone.com. My name is Trevor Smith, and my telephone number is 347-538-0276. It's 347-538-0276. Again, thank you for listening. And again, we have this app. We call it the Sosobone app. You can download it on Google or from the Apple Store. And you might ask me this question: why do you call your app and your radio program Sosobone? Well, again, I'm going to go back to this Caribbean community I spoke about when I started. One of the most popular things in the Hispanic, Italian, and Caribbean community is oxtail, stewed oxtail. And I'm telling you, maybe it's because the ox or the cow has such a small tail, why it is prized so much. But have you ever walked into a restaurant and order a nice plate of oxtail? When you look at it, you could smell it. It smells so good. Your mouth starts watering. Woo! And then you walk over and you sit at the table. You rub your hands and you taste it. And it tastes so good. Then you take that knife, that plastic knife, and you take that plastic fork and you try to cut that oxtail, but it won't cut. And you cut, and that plastic knife just won't cut it. And then you realize that underneath that layer of meat is the bone. And that's when you say, hell, this is Sosobone. You're listening to Trevor Smith. Thank you for tuning in to Sosobone Podcast, Sosobone Radio.